If you're constantly battling low energy, cravings, weight control, watching your health slip away, listen up. There's a simple daily protocol they don't want you to know about that's helping people ditch their meds and reclaim their health. Up to 88% of Americans potentially suffer from some degree of insulin resistance. The Feel Great protocol is a simple 2-step daily system designed to help your body work with you, not against you. Step 1. Unimate, a powerful yerba mate extract clinically shown to boost mood, increase mental clarity, and support fat burning. Step 2. A patented fiber matrix called Balance. Taken before meals, it helps regulate blood sugar, curb cravings, and support healthy insulin response. That's it. No crazy diets, no meds, just science-backed support your body actually understands. Feel Great is perfect for you if you have low energy, weight control, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor sleep, diabetes, snacking, sugar cravings, gut health, systemic inflammation. This isn't a trend, it's a transformation. Start today to reclaim your health with the Feel Great protocol.
Good afternoon. Today, a few minutes ago, in the Middle District of Alabama, a grand jury returned an 11-count indictment charging the Southern Poverty Law Center with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. According to the charges in the indictment, the SPLC is a nonprofit entity that purports to fight white supremacy and racial hatred by reporting on extremist groups and conducting research to inform law enforcement groups with the goal of dismantling these groups. As the indictment describes, the SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred. The indictment describes this conduct in detail, but one troubling example is that the SPLC was paying a member of the leadership group that planned the Unite the Right protest in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017 that resulted in the death of 1 person and injured dozens more. This particular person being paid by the SPLC allegedly received approximately $270,000 over the course of 8 years. In total, according to the indictment, between 2014 and 2023, SPLC paid at least $3 million to 8 individuals at least. These individuals were affiliated with the Ku Klux Klan, United Klans of America, National Socialist Movement, Aryan Nations Affiliated Sadistic Souls Motorcycle Club, the Nationalist Socialist Party of America, Nazis, and the American Front. Now, as the indictment lays out, after SPLC paid members of these extremist groups, it created work product that reported on these activities that the members participated in or contributed to. And to that end, it was doing the exact opposite of what it's told its donors it was doing.
Oh my goodness, I am loving that one, guys. Absolutely loving this one right here. And how is it going out there, my fellow world patriots? It is indeed Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. April 21st, 2026. Time is a-flying, and I don't know what day it is half the time. So, checks phone, Tuesday, April 21st. Ghost is running a little bit late, guys. He's going to be in right around 6:30. And I think it's just going to be me and Ghost today. Renee, as you know, Mike's wife, had a very difficult surgery, and we all thank you very much for everybody who prayed and donated. It was greatly appreciated, and you know, the The surgery, by all accounts, was a success, and it was, a very invasive surgery. And he said that she's not really having a good day today. So, she's healing up, and he's going to be with her. And Armando this morning had a space shot like issue where some Momo outside of his house ended up cutting the fiber optic cable that he gets his internet on. So that was the first thing this morning. Where was it? Yeah, fiber optics. Oh, and if anybody remembers, when I was live, I think it was with Matrix on Sunday, and I thought I know the power went out, but I thought it was my place that they're doing a bunch of renovations around here. Well, apparently the whole city of East Providence went out that day, but thankfully it was only for a quick second. But back to this, guys. Does anybody in the chat know why I'm so happy that the Southern Poverty Law Center is getting screwed? To quote Nick Sorter here, Acting Attorney General Blanche and FBI Director Patel announced a grand jury has indicted leftist NGO Southern Poverty Law Center on 11 counts. They said they were fighting white supremacy, but they were manufacturing the extremism it purports to expose. I'm going to check out the chat and see if anybody remembers why specifically I'm super happy to see these jerk-offs get anything bad. Anything bad. You guys remember? And thank you for that, BMore924. Thoughts and prayers from Mike and his wife. Absolutely. Please raise up Mike and Renee in your prayers. Same as the ACLU. And you know what else they were doing, guys? They, along with, let me show you. I'll show you guys something. A little trip down memory lane here. Let's pop this one up for a second. And one person in the chat doesn't like the idea that I did that. I put the picture up because I'm moving stuff around, but makes it a little more cleaner, I think. What are we going to show you? Okay. The next group of people that I hope goes down is, let me see. I have to type this and then plus Spaceshot76. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, yes, it does. Ready? Here we go. Media Matters, Spaceshot76. Media Matters for America, Cash App, Spaceshot76. QAnon influencers are using Cash App to raise funds. We weren't raising funds. We were just people that wanted to donate. We're using Cash App because, why? Because Media Matters and Southern Poverty Law Center and other groups like that were going around trying to make conservatives' lives more difficult. Oh, they're using this, Multiple influencers who support the QAnon conspiracy theory have been using the payment processor, likely in violation of the rules. And guess what? When I did my appeal, they couldn't tell me what the violation that I was doing. So clearly, they thought it was going to have a certain response, but they don't understand that I am like the Terminator, and I'm not going away until all this is done and over. So if I have 2 pennies to strike together, I don't care. If I got $10 million, $10 billion in the bank, you know where I'm going to be at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays? Right here. I'll probably have a lot better computer, but I'll still be right here. Just actually probably be live more. But here's another little interesting video, guys. And it was touched on a little bit, so you might say like, oh, wait, I heard this story, but there is added information in this little clip here from John Solomon. So check this out.
More news to bring to you from our bombshell impeachment story that broke a few days ago. Now we know that the chief watchdog for the U.S. spy agency, the new one, has opened a review of several urgent concern whistleblower cases that were handled under his predecessor during the Obama-Biden years. That is a very significant movement. That is a very significant consequence. Reopening several whistleblower cases that we now know from our reporting may have had great consequences against President Trump and against the country. We now know, of course, from the reporting earlier this week that exculpatory evidence, actually derogatory evidence about President Trump's accuser, man who started the 2019 Ukraine impeachment, never got to Congress in a form that it could be used at the impeachment trial. That cheated the president out of a fair trial, out of a fair impeachment proceeding, as Alan Dershowitz told you. But remember what we reported a couple of weeks ago, that the intelligence community had detected that China had hacked into multiple states' voter registration databases in the 2020 election. Remember the one that everybody told us was perfect? Turns out it wasn't so perfect. There was a lot of hacking and bad things going on. Well, there was a whistleblower in that case. His case is now also being reviewed as part of the new Inspector General. The Inspector General's name is Christopher Fox. Remember that name. I think he's going to be a very consequential member of the Intelligence Committee. Maybe we're going to get some accountability, some transparency that we've long been denied from our 18 spy agencies, the CIA, the FBI, you know them all. We've been talking about them. That is one of the many significant revelations that have come out in the 48 hours since we broke that story.
Loving it. Now, Christopher Fox is the Inspector General. Let's pop this one up here. Let's see. Public citizen. Now, guys, this is huge, right? Like, again, I can't convey for you guys and gals out there, oh God, how big of a story this is. I just can't do it. It's something we've never seen before, right? When have you ever seen the whole government go after a candidate for president, a president-elect, a president? Some would say, oh, Kennedy and Lincoln or whatever, okay. But the weaponization of this whole thing that they did against President Trump is truly, it's absolutely huge. And then when you pull in other countries that may have been assisting as well, oh, I don't know, possibly China, or Iran. And, you know, I have it. I got a little OCD lately, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it. Here we go.
China.
Where?
China.
All right. So if we've had help from foreign countries in our elections, that's huge, right? But then again, as mentioned before, we have the FBI, the DOJ, all the intelligence. All right. Well, then we got to go back through why did this happen, right? Well, we had people that were supposed to be the people who were the guardrails for the fraud. The Inspector General himself was fraudulent. Atkinson, right? Page signed. So who signed? And we pulled this up the other day. Who signed? Was it signed Page? Who signed? I think it was who signed. Let me see here. Get it up for you guys in 1 second. Here we go. So from the drops here, as you guys will see, who signed the Flynn FISA? And this was very long. It's probably one of the longest posts going here. We don't want this one, I don't think. Ding, ding, ding. Boom. Week ahead in May. Why didn't POTUS fire Rod Rosenstein after reporting offer to wear a wire? Remember, he said to Andrew McCabe, what do you want me to wear, a wire, Andy? You want me to wear a wire? And you're going to surreptitiously record the President of the United States. Sounds like a good idea. In theory, who signed fraudulent FISA warrants? Well, thankfully, we get that information just down here on the right, I believe. Yep. So again, they would ask questions and then later tell you the answer to it. Whoa, not that big, Mike. There we go. So, who signed page 380? Oh, 380? 389? Where's 380? Page 380's got to be Sally Yates, right? Who signed page 389? Andrew McCabe. Who signed page 390? 380 and 390. I don't see two of them in here. Interesting. But we know it was Andrew McCabe, Rod Rosenstein, Dana Bonte, James Comey, and Sally Yates knowingly used false intelligence. And as I showed the other day, I think last night on Hold the Line, think HRC paid for fake dossier bulk, right? And remember, we had the reports from John Brennan, Fox News, John Brennan, Hillary's handwritten notes states what? All of this was a ploy to take down President Trump from Hillary Clinton, right? And as shown with said receipts right here, CTE, CHE, whatever, what is it? Confidential human source, maybe? I don't know. Alleged approved by Hillary Clinton on 26 July of a proposed from one of her foreign policy advisors to vilify Donald Trump by stirring up a scandal claiming interference by the Russian security services. And whatever is redacted. JC? James Comey? Is that Pete? Peter Strzok, maybe? Oh, no, POTUS. It says POTUS. And then JC. So, is this him telling POTUS here? And remember, who's POTUS at the time? Right? That would be Obama. All roads lead to Obama. And that's where I think all this stuff is going, guys. And I really look at Iran like a bigger issue, but the same issue. And I know it's, the geography is much different, but I look at it like a much bigger problem but same issue as North Korea. I don't know if you guys feel the same way about that or not, but it's a deep state, as they have in every country, right? Who was really running the show there? Who was really running the show? Was it really the IRGC? Was it the friggin' Ayatollah? Or was it the deep state? That's my question to you folks out there. I'm loving this too, guys. And if you guys happen to see all of the fraud that is coming out in the last couple of days, all of these politicians are getting exposed at record speed, and I'm absolutely loving it. Here's another one from one of our favorites, Sheila McCormick Scherfelis, from Anna Paulina Luna. Think about the timing of all of this stuff, and now we're starting to see politicians fold like friggin' origami, left and right. They're dropping like flies.
All right, you see all of these? These are all the things that Sheila McCormick was found guilty on, specifically pertaining to her stealing of the $5 million of FEMA funds. And yes, tomorrow, because she refuses to resign after being found guilty on all of these charges, we are going to have to expel her. And yes, the votes are there. She's going bye-bye. In fact, the fact is if she gets a pension, that should go too. But we have to, and we are currently working on amending the House rules to get that done. But this stuff right here, this should not take 3 years to get done. House ethics needs a complete overhaul in how they conduct themselves in regards to the timelines that they're given, because we don't want corrupt members of Congress getting taxpayer dollars. We don't want them serving. We don't want to work with those people. And so tomorrow, Sheila, you're going bye-bye. As soon as the recommendation comes in from House Ethics, your colleagues, everyone, we're voting to expel you. So don't steal money. All right, you see?
I love it, guys. I mean, record speed, right? We got Swalwell going. Tony Gonzalez is going. What's this one from yesterday's show? I don't even know if I got to click this one onto the show yesterday. But yeah, actually, no, this one 100% I did get to click on. Once it loads up, you'll see. There we go. Congress publishes a list of 28 investigations. That's going back historically, right? And then this one I thought was just great. The Truth. Where is it? There we go. This one. This woman came out, Katie Porter, and basically says Congressman Raskin was Eric Swalwell's wingman. The more we're learning, the more his odd behavior makes sense. Porter says Raskin was always defending Swalwell, even before there were allegations of abuse and not just, quote, womanizing. Quote, I think we're about to learn some things that might just cause Mr. Raskin to resign like his buddy. Oh, really? Interesting. I don't remember the date on these ones, but we were told track resignations. Let's see. 21 posts for resignations. Let's go the other way, Mike. And 2020, the first ones, December. Whenever we get a topic, I always like to look at the drops and see if there's, are there a bunch of them in whatever month? February, April 25th. Ooh, there's one for April. Well, I'd say here we are in April, and this is the 25th of April. Let's see if there's any more. April 25th, April 27th. Think resignations, guys. All right, so these here up. Think resignations coincidence. And we got what number here? 1267, 1287. Looks like they were busy on April 25th, 2018, because looks like there's 20 posts in 2 days. So let's see. Think resignation. Who has the power? POTUS was in a weakened position, about to be impeached and resign or indicted. Would they resign? Why are we here? So think resignations, guys. And we've had so many resignations of not only politicians, but CEOs that we've been tracking for a very long time, even going back to 2018. But I'm especially loving the fact that a lot of these politicians are being exposed right now. Follow resignations, business and government. So very fun. I think I may have gotten this up on the screen yesterday. I don't know if we talked about it, but I remember the other day on Table of Titans, Ardoc was ragging about Trump talking about the Pope. Shouldn't be doing this with da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, but well, what about this that I just found? Apparently the Pope is not so much of a good guy, guys. First American Pope once marched with Italian communists against Reagan's missiles, and the photo proves it. 1983, Comiso, Sicily, the epicenter of NATO's double-track decision. A freshly ordained American Augustinian, Friar Robert Francis Prevost, marches arm in arm with fellow priests in a demonstration organized by the Italian Communist Party. Their target, Ronald Reagan's ground-launched cruise missiles, the West's calibrated answer to Soviet SS-22 nuclear blackmail aimed at the heart of Europe. That same priest is now Pope Leo, and I'm so bad with this, the 14th? That's 10, right? 10? Or is that, 10, 14. The first American pontiff. While St. John Paul, Pope John Paul II, that's why I always called him Pope John Paul II, forged in the furnace of Polish resistance, waged spiritual war on the evil empire. His future successor lent his cassock to the PCI's Red March. Gramsci's long march through the institutions reached all the way to the throne of Peter. One photograph, an eternal disturbance. The white smoke rises, but the red flags still whisper. Contemplate this in silence, church. And this person says, many of my ex-followers are not seeing this post. If you are reading this, you are the exception. Well, I see his posts all the time. But yeah, that sure looks like him, don't it? Agostiniani per la pes. Oh, look at this. Walking, talking betrayal in a white cassock. Pope Leo. Da, 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 da. I think he's just showing the same thing again. Oh, look at this. Fisherman's ring, $520,000. Cassock, $870. Mosetta, $215. Silk stole, $3,000. Liturgical robes, $300. I mean, he's got to have his bling, right? Yeah. The Catholic Church made $3 billion from Biden's open door policy from 21 to 24. The Vatican isn't against deportations for a moral reason. If they were, they wouldn't restrict entry to the Vatican to only people with proper identifications. It's all about the money, this person says, the daily controversy. Right? Why don't they take some folks in? Take some people in over there. Right? And, to anybody that believes that, millions of people just got up and said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to take a trek to the United States. We'll be good there. Clearly, that was organized and a set-up situation. 1,000,000%. And it's crazy. Oh, God, yes. Thank you, Biblical Smackdown. I had that, and I shared it with a few people, and thank you for reminding me there, Biblical Smackdown. I'm going to pop that up right now. I used to watch this gentleman back in, 2008 to maybe 2011, 2012, with all the Nibiru and the Edgar Casey stuff and Planet X and all that crap. Red Panda Koala saying early reports that UFO and paranormal investigator David Wilcock has taken his own life. So let's take a look in Google for that. Nothing on his death yet here. So I don't know. It's being popped around. Oh, David Wilcock death, Boulder, Colorado. Investigating the death of a man following a tragic incident Monday. Near the 1400 block of Ridge Road, northeast of the town of Nederland. Read more. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if any of you guys, ever watched this guy. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not a robot. I have to do this to see this stupid thing. Oh, please. No, not going to one of those sites. And ladies and gentlemen out there, if you ever go on one of these sites and it tells you your computer has a virus and you need to click on this, the last thing you want to do is click on that, just for the heads up. And again, while I'm on the people trying to mess with other people topic, again, in the comments, I will never... you guys know the way I talk. I wouldn't say, oh, it was so nice to connect with you on today's live stream. Why don't you come over to my Telegram that has Bob Kudlow in the name? Right? So just beware, guys. It will look just like it says Spaceshot76, but it'll be slightly different. They'll have like a period after it or something like that. But their goal is to get you onto Telegram and pretend that they're me. I mean, I don't know how you would pretend you're me if the quote, air quotes, Spaceshot is sending you to a Bob Kudlow Telegram. But again, some people fall for stuff, and I just wanted to be aware that, that is not me out there, guys. Not me whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. Some people are reporting, as you saw here, possible suicide. I can't say that for sure. I don't know. Stephen Cambium is reporting the story so far. How long is this? Oh, God. We'll see. I mean, we'll probably get into it in the first minute here. Like, I don't know who this guy is, guys. I'm just looking for any information I can find here. Let's see. While Mr. Ghost makes his way to us. I said, don't speed. He goes, yeah, we're doing 80 down the road. This, as usual. I'm like, oh, God. All right, we're not muted. Here we go. Ambien. Suicide at Wilcock's house. The story so far. Okay.
Today with bad news and today's broadcast, which should be very brief given available information. So rushing to broadcast with the available information, and we will begin with what little information that we have. Now, it should be said that I have been on the phone all day, literally since 8 a.m. somehow. In a rare moment, I was up at 8 a.m. and someone alerted me to this developing story. And so I immediately, well, first I waited an hour. Boulder County Sheriff's Office, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. usual business time. So waited an hour or two while emailing and trying to get additional information, including the police report from this event. And I just want to put on the record a few things first, and that is I recently expressed to several people that I didn't want to cover David Wilcock anymore because I saw tragedy in his future in one form or another. But even I did not. All
right, so I'm not going to sit here and So he doesn't have much information on there. Wrong, unmonetized stream, super chat. So I don't know if any of you guys know this guy, but like I said, I used to watch him back in 2008-ish, and he presented himself a lot differently than he presented himself recently, I guess is the best way for me to put it. I don't want to speak ill of people that are, passed away. However, maybe I can show you what I mean. Let's see. Let's just, the nice way to for me to say it is it looked like he may have been on some kind of upper while he was live. And so, I'd seen a live stream of his, I watched maybe 5 or 6 minutes of it, maybe 6 or 8 months ago, and he looked like he was zinging along. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know. I don't know if this one's going to look the same way or not. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go, guys. He's showing some stuff here. He doesn't look like he's all geeked out right here, but the one that I saw him on, he was wearing like a sparkly sequin shirt, and he looked like he was pretty much high as a kite. My guess would have been like the sniffly stuff would have been my guess. But again, I'm not there. I'm not with this guy. I'm not, I'm just a guy who watched some of his videos years ago. And so what he used to claim was that I guess he has the same astrology as, like, identical astrology as Edgar Cayce. And so he kind of ran with that shtick. So I don't think that'll be a problem so let's just say a person that I know says that they've known David for 15 years and said that that's BS. There's no way he would have killed himself. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy. I don't know what's been in his life recently. Seemed like he had a pretty nice house on his live streams, doing well. But again, money doesn't make people happy. You could be a millionaire, a millionaire, billionaire, and we see people like that take their lives all the time. So, you could have something in your life that's just not going well, and you never know. Danzing and zinging, Luigi? No, he was just zinging along. Was he associated with Flynn? No, I've not seen him cover anything recently as far as like, MAGA Trump. His thing recently was like more of UFO disclosure, Gaia, that channel on History Channel, the Gaia channel and stuff like that. So yeah, it's, of course, anybody passes away, it's a sad situation, but rest in peace, brother. He was part of my, waking up in a sense, in that, I was listening to podcasts that he was doing, as I've mentioned, probably about 4 times now. Back then, when I didn't know why I was driven to consume so much social media as far as the conspiracy, the air quotes, because, most of them came true now, right? But all the conspiracy theories back then, like, I was just consuming this stuff like crazy. I couldn't get enough of it. And I don't know if any of you guys went through that too, but, Planet X is coming, and Nibiru, and we see a second sun, and that's pretty fun. I mean, I wonder if people are still covering this, like, today. Like, are they still saying it's coming in? Because it's, it's been a good 15, 14 years. So I don't know if people are still covering it to this day now. Let's see. Nibiru. Oh, God, April 14th, Zero Motion event is here. 3 Atlas is no longer moving across the star map. Hard lock. The lateral movement is officially 00 seconds. It has achieved perfect station, keeping in the gate of Gemini. Okay, so some people are still thinking that Nibiru's coming. Oh, full Anunnaki timeline. Any of you guys get into that stuff back in, the 2010, 2008, any of those time ranges? Modini says, I just saw David Wilcock's latest video last week. Did he look okay? Did he seem like he was okay or disturbed in any way? That's over on Pilled. Linny Lou says, I stopped listening when it seemed clear that he repudiated our Creator and Savior, but it's been a while, so I may be misremembering. Prayers for his family and him? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he has any associations with anybody in our movement, like, whatsoever on either side. He was more of like, who's the guy he used to do videos with a lot? Oh. Trying to remember, like, the people that I used to watch around that time. But, he used to have good presentations, and, again, I don't really follow, I never continued to follow him, and that's the last I had seen of him, which was, again, a podcast that he looked like he was, let's just say, zinging along, and he was not singing a song. So, What else is going on today, guys? Chemtrails real? Did we get to that part yet? Oh, you guys heard what what's her name there? Paulina Luna was talking about, right? About how we're gonna get Sheriffless McCormick out of there. Whether she resigns or she gets kicked out, she gonna go bye-bye, she said, right?
Before we begin, I would
As loud
like
as I can get it.
to read a letter into the record. This letter is dated today, April 21st, 2026, addressed to the Honorable Mike Johnson of the House. The letter reads, Dear Mr. Speaker, I hereby resign my office from the 119th Congress as representative from Florida's 20th Congressional District, effective Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, 1:30 p.m. It has been an honor of my lifetime to serve the people of my district, and I remain proud of the work we have accomplished on behalf of our communities. After careful reflection and prayer, I have concluded that it is in my best interest, the interest of my constituents and the institution that I step aside at this time. I remain committed to supporting a smooth transition and ensuring continuity of service for the district. Signed, sincerely, Sheila Sheriffless McCormick, Member of Congress. In light of Ms. McCormick's resignation earlier today, the Committee on Ethics has now lost jurisdiction in this matter. There will not be a sanctions hearing. I would like to thank the committee staff who are with us today for
Yeah. Guys, can you hear that? That is just disgusting. Oh, I'm so proud of the good work that we did, and I don't feel it would be good for my constituents to do that. It's like, what the frig? She milked every dollar of the taxpayers before quitting. Like, you legitimately, what did you do that was good? Right? Anything? Oh, and it's bananas to me that they can just resign like that and be like, oh, I'm so proud of the work that we did. And even though I, siphoned millions of dollars, it's like, we did really good stuff, though. All these people with their hands in the cookie jar. Just again, imagine how great this planet could be. Everybody could be living in a utopia right now. Everybody on this planet could be completely healthy, could have every want and desire fulfilled, no problem. But yet we have to have, this guy's worth $250 billion, and this guy's worth, $175 billion, and this guy's worth whatever. Like all these billionaires out there, they need to re-level everything out. Rising tides lift all ships, or whatever the hell that saying is. Everybody could be living in your absolute ideal reality, but because people want to have more than others, you have to have the haves and have-nots. That's what we're left with, right? I can imagine other like more intelligent civilizations looking at us and going like, what the hell is wrong with these people? You guys charge rent to live on places? This one came out somewhat recently. It was about an hour maybe before the show. I thought this was interesting, and I don't know. This is Devin Nunes departing Trump media, get this, to focus on Intel oversight role, Kevin McGurn taking over. Let's see. Talking about the Coast Guard here. Trump Media and Technology Group, TMTG, CEO and Chairman Devin Nunes is leaving the organization to prioritize his role on the President's Intelligence Advisory Board after catapulting Truth Social platform into a global brand built on free speech, Just the News has learned. Kevin McGurn will take over leadership. And so I was looking at this thinking, wait, oversight? Like Intel oversight? Because remember, he was on the intelligence gang of 8, Nunes was. Along with Schiff and Warner, and who was the other dolt Republican on that one? But he was on the intel. So I thought it was that, but this is President Trump's technology or intel group. Played a crucial role in building the Truth Social during an era of Biden administration-driven censorship aided by big tech companies. He led the company through the launch of Truth Social and long-delayed merger with Digital World that saw it become a public company on the stock exchange. He has since spearheaded efforts for the company to diversify by investing in AI, nuclear energy, and cryptocurrency. He also helped launch a new streaming TV platform called Truth Plus. Interesting. Suppression of free speech. Yeah, and it's so good, guys, and I can't rave about it enough. And somebody asked me the other day in the YouTube chat, do I prefer that you guys watch on YouTube, Rumble, Pilled? I would say my order of preference would be Pilled and Rumble together, because they both have been solid, no problems on either of them, and YouTube would be dead last. So I'm literally streaming over there to get people to come over to Rumble and onto Rumble and onto Pilled. So with that in mind, let me give you guys over on the YouTube side of things some links. Here is my my channel. Here is my account over here on the Foxhole. So if you guys go over there and give me a follow, por favoro, would be groovy and greatly appreciated. And then I'm going to go over here to Rumble and do the same thing, just so you guys can have them. And again, even if you're, watching whatever, but keep this in mind. As well as it's going, air quotes right now, as well as it's going, and they're allowing me to stream over there on YouTube, I have to bring to you guys' attention the fact that, yes, I pretty much saw the writing on the wall on YouTube, but I was telling you guys for about a good 3 or 4 months, they are going to take me down. Please go to these channels. So the links I just dropped into YouTube, whether you go over there and watch or not, guys, please do me the favor and going over and just click a follow or click subscribe, whatever the case may be. And that way, if one day you wake up and you're not seeing me drop 5 or 6 videos a week, you're going to say, oh, where's Space Shot? All right, not here anymore. Let's go to Pilled. Let's go to Rumble. And I'm telling you guys, out of 165,000 folks on YouTube, 1 out of every 4 people listened. And so 40,000 of you made it over to the backup channel. And then that channel got nuked, and then we rebuilt. So back on the 40-40. Oh, guys, I'm back in the 40-40 club. I know you guys will be happy. Yeah, we care. The 40K club. Hit Rumble and hit YouTube. Now for the 3rd time, I think this one is. Nice. Very interesting. So 40-40, and been getting a lot more busier and trying to stay a lot more busier here, guys. Bringing you guys more and more information. But I'll be back on Rumble soon. Blue-Eyed Bandit. Thank you, Horntree. I appreciate that. And again, if you're watching there, that's fine. But if you don't see me one day on YouTube, then you'll know I'm gone. And the same BS happened to me again. And I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't think that's out of the realm of possibility, guys. I'm loving this too, guys. How long ago was this? 6 hours ago. So you guys have heard the hit pieces on Kash, and let me text Ghost because it's almost 10 of 7. We're rolling. Let's see. Tell me about 6:30. Should I shut the stream down? Let me know. And I wanted to be following 1745, but where was I going here, guys? Okay. So you heard the stuff about Kash Patel being a drunk and this, that, and the other, and he's a bad guy, and da-da-da-da-da. And who came out and defended him the other day? Dan Bongino. And what did Kash Patel say at the end of that video? And actually, I'm going to play these 2 in a row. And I'm sorry, I know I played this the other day. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play. I actually played it 2 shows in a row. I thought it was that poignant to play. Excuse me, where is it? Where'd you go? Okay. Sorry, wasn't planning on doing this. Here it is. All right, here it is. The storm has arrived. Redo. Okay, so again, I'm going to play just the very end of this for you guys here as he's trailing off. Here we go. Nope,
prosecution speak for him, but we have the information that backs President Trump's claim. But because it's an ongoing prosecution investigation, I can't get ahead of the DOJ and the president. But President Trump speaks truthfully when he says that, and that's what I've been telling you about. When we find terabytes of data on computers from the last 10 years that we were supposed to find 10 years ago. That's what it took. It took his re-election. It took this FBI to go in there and find it. And it takes a long time to get through that material. But I would say stay tuned this week. You might see a thing or two.
Oh, really? What was that again?
Find it. And it takes a long time to get through that material. But I would say stay tuned this week. You might see a thing or two.
Might see a thing or two. Okay, well, that brings me to my next story here. And it's a minute and a half. Danny Bonds, here we go.
One final thing, too, before we start that. This is just the beginning of the show. I promise you this. Look at me. Everybody zooming in. Locker, that's an O. The hit on Kash Patel, the bullshit hit by The Atlantic, which I addressed yesterday, is going to make a lot more sense in the coming weeks and months. I can't give you a definitive timeline. I'm on the outside now. However, I can tell you what I know is going on because I started a lot of it. It's going to make a lot more sense real soon as to why the left-wing media and the Democrats want Kash Patel out. I promise. Look at me. Look me in the... Wow, whoa, what the hell was that? It scared me with the close-up, even me. Look me in the eye, and I'm telling you, I promise this thing is going to make a whole lot of sense. You're going to find out, as they say in the South, right quick about why they need him out like now. It's got nothing to do with that story being even remotely true. Remember this. Bookmark it. Flags in the chat. Flags in the chat. Flag it up. Flag it up, kids. And when the nothing that's supposed to be happening actually happens and the nothing is happening, doomers have to change their story for the umpteenth time, again, it'll make a world of sense why the doomers are in bed with the left-wing media trying to get rid of Kash. The black pillars. You'll start to see it because they don't want Donald Trump to succeed. The doomers, the black pillars, and the liberal media.
Nothing's happening, Dan. What the hell? Now, the fun part. Let's read some of these comments. I can't wait to see all the... Okay, so it's Bongino Report, and we got a bunch of haters out there. I'm sure there's going to be some jerk-offs like, yeah, okay, Dan. No, I've heard this before. Kash Patel says 2020 election fraud arrests are coming soon. Pepe Deluxe, what's up, brother? Coming up in a year and a half. Let's check on the arrest record. So, here we go. Right? Desert Tactical Solutions. And so, guys, when I started this at the very beginning, right, I was talking about the size and the scope of what we're dealing with here. Right? Russian collusion hoax, January 6th, Mar-a-Lago, Biden auto pen, which I guess they already said, sorry, there's nothing going to happen on that. But I choose to not believe that particular statement that nobody's going to get in trouble for that auto pen. 2020 election, Epstein pedophile arrests, COVID, Benghazi, Doge findings, Ukraine impeachment hoax. Which one of these guys can? All right, I'm presenting you guys, the guys and gals in the chat, the viewers, with a list. Okay, here's the list. Now you guys tell me, and I think there's one. I would say one. Which one of these is not related to the rest? I would say maybe one of them. All right, but I think they maybe could find a way to rag that one into the rest. But at the end of the day, what you're looking at here is what they are calling in the Southern Florida the grand conspiracy case. The grand conspiracy case. Right? So again, which one on here would not be all wrapped up in here, all not be the one that was done only or solely essentially to get rid of Trump? Russian collusion hoax? Yep. January 6th? Yep. Mar-a-Lago raid? Yep. Biden auto pen? We can lump it in, though. Overall fraud. 2020 election? Absolutely. Epstein pedophile arrest? Absolutely. COVID? Abso-frickin-lutely. Benghazi? That's the one I'm a little on. But maybe they could pull it in. Doge findings? Oh, yeah. Ukraine impeachment hoax? Oh, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I don't listen to the negativity about him. Like Trump, he's been cooking. Thank you. That's a very good statement there, Veronica. But what do you guys say in the chat? What are you guys saying over there? What kind of names are you guys calling me? What kind of crap are you talking? Aaron Pauling, you're just commenting back to somebody there. The coup. Yeah, it is a huge coup. Rico Grande, that's right. One top-orator. Rico Grande. One grand Rico case. Yeah, Wheezy Girl came out with it. Benghazi. Sheeple Beware says Dan Bongina is a controlled opposition shill. Controlled by who, though? And I'm not arguing with you. I just want to get an answer. Like, who's controlling him? The bad guys? That was, who was saying that? Sheeple. Dan is a controlled opposition shill. Well, who is he controlled by? That'd be my question. Right? Because we don't know what he did. And you heard what he said there, right? What did he say? He said, I know something's happening. You know, the nothing that you guys all think is not happening. Well, I started it. So, again, we don't know what Dan did and did not do when he was in there. But I'm pretty sure, and, don't hold my feet to the fire on this one, but I'm pretty damn sure before he ever went in, I'm pretty sure he said he was only going to do like a year. I'm pretty sure. Am I correct in remembering that? I'm pretty sure before he went in, he said he was only going to do a year anyway. And I don't know if he did a full year or whatever, but he did come in and did some stuff. And then everybody came out. When he came out, everybody's like, well, there's no arrest. What the hell's happening? And again, guys, this stuff is huge. It's not something, even a regular court case, somebody gets arrested for one of these things, you're not going to jail for you're not going to court for 2 years. You're talking about an everyday case from the backup of the judicial system, right? But then if you got these huge things, you have to dot every I and cross every T. It must be legal. It must be done by the rule of law. It must be perfect. Or these weasels will find their way out of it some way, shape, or form. So we don't want that. Absolutely not. No. And this is one of the Rumble rants from yesterday. G. Fonts had dropped. There are already cooperating witnesses, highly unusually being sent directly to the indictment proceedings to testify on record in the Brennan case in Southern District of Florida. So I wanted to bring that up again because what they generally will do is take somebody's testimony. Okay, well, I'll just use G. Fonts. G. Fonts witnessed this crime, and he writes it down, and he signs and swears to it. I swear by perjury that the information I just gave you was correct and true and fulsome. And they'll take G. Fonts' testimony, and they'll bring that to the grand jury. But what they did in this case is, instead of me taking his testimony in there, I actually brought G. Fonts in to the grand jury, and I let him tell it, which is, by all accounts, not a normal situation. And again, all this stuff that we're dealing with, guys and gals out there, if you haven't caught it yet, is not a normal situation. None of the stuff that we've been dealing with in the last 8 years has been, just regular everyday business. We've just been seeing the weirdest stuff we've ever seen. I mean, case in point, guys. Remember when we're talking a few years ago now, when we hit Iran with some missiles, right? And then they called Trump and said, "Oh, hey, yeah, we gotta hit you back, but we're gonna throw these missiles at this base right here. But don't worry, we're not gonna hit you. We just have to make it look like we're fighting back." Like, what the hell is that? Right? It's like, oh, well, we need to put up a good front. And then he goes out online and tells the whole world, like, oh, yeah, they just said they're not going to hit us, so don't worry. Like, what is up with that? And then, like Lisa's reporting on Hold the Line on Mondays, they've been doing the same thing, even over in Israel. they're saying, oh, we're going to be hitting this area, so you might want to move the folks out of there. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to be hitting this area, and this area, so everybody, you might want to get out of there. Like, this is war. When have you guys ever heard of, like, warnings for people in wars? And again, I'm not a soldier, so maybe it's more prevalent than I thought, but very, very weird to me. All of this stuff is just absolutely oddball stuff from the beginning. From the friggin' beginning. Yeah, and Luigi777 says Gitmo is bigger and better. And not only did they rehab it in like 2018, 2019, but they're currently expanding it like as we speak earlier this year. Absolutely. Apparently Ghost is stuck. He's using some F words. We're way effing behind. This must be some sort of GD solar flare or something. People can't drive anymore. We're jammed up in traffic here. Wow. So yeah, I gotta get permission to verify what's being thrown around on the text there. So yeah, watching a movie, Deb Jones, right? Like, this whole thing is just super weird. It's absolutely just super weird, and we've never seen anything like it. I see my brother Matrix in the house over there, or is somebody just commenting about him? Let me see. What's up, brother? Did you see Joe's picture? I don't know. He told me he posted this today, and you guys are gonna laugh your ass off if so. Did he do it? Let me see. Oh God. He apparently had some dental work done today. So he sent the before and after, and I'm like, send me 10 grand right now, or I'm showing everybody. It was basically like the one with no. So he got his new teeth in there today, all fixed up. I said, 10 grand or I'm showing everybody. And he goes, I already posted the before and after. He goes, I always tell on myself first. Oh God, all good fun there. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like Ghost is going to be making his way in here, guys, and certainly not anytime soon. And I don't want to keep, holding out your day very much longer. But we can kind of keep doing the news and stuff for a little bit, for sure. I got nothing else to do at the time. What are you guys most interested in? How about that? Let's do that. I've always said I want to go to do a live stream and then let the audience tell me what you want to look at. What do you want to go down? You want to go into some woo-woo stuff, some aliens? Do you want to go into Iran? Do you want to talk about the plan against President Trump and how bad it was, the setup for it? Anything you guys want to talk about. Or I can just kind of keep doing what I'm doing here. Choice is yours. Choose correctly. Oh God, I'm sorry guys, but if you're buying strawberries for $120 for 12 of them, then you got too much time and money on your hands. 200 times more expensive than normal strawberries. And I know that's not news, but as I peruse these things, I just look around and I say, how do these people friggin'? If I had $10 million in the bank, I wouldn't spend $120 on those. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't do it. They're organic. Are they sprinkled with gold? Like, what the frig? I don't think so. Let's see. Take a peek-see at this. Tesla Optimus, guys. And I'm just gonna play this, guys. I'm gonna wait for some of your guys' chats to come in and let me know what you guys want to take a look at. Optimus. Wait till you see Tesla Optimus. It'll be the iPhone moment for humanoid robots. It says, for many, get ready to delete your quote, never gonna own a robot postings. You got about 220 days for it all to settle in. I don't know, guys. How do you guys feel about all this all this tech expansion seems like it's happening super quickly lately. Like the AI push and the push for robots and stuff. I'm definitely not into it.
Forgot my tools again.
Hey, you. Get the tools. It's like a little kid trying to do a task. I think it's like all chipper. Snap. Just break the guy's leg.
Such a show off.
What the frick? Oh man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I guess that movie I, Robot's too fresh in my mind. Right? Like the robot that's gonna like go human or have an attachment, to my son, and now it starts protecting my son and thinks I'm an evil person or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just worry about things like that. And how heavy do you think this thing is? It looks so small at the beginning too, didn't it? Like, look at this thing in the very beginning. As he's hitting this, it goes down. And at first glance, I thought it was like maybe 2 feet. That's a 6-foot guy. How tall is that guy? I mean, I thought it was tiny, tiny, tiny. Wait, what was that? 3 feet maybe? 4 feet? No. I would say maybe 3 feet-ish. All right, and let's check the chat as this is replaying over here as well. iRobot was a book from the 50s, I believe. Aaron Pauling, really? He said I read it in 1987. Wow. No thanks on the robots. Yeah, Airman 66. No, I'm just... I don't know. It's creepy. It's like the Chucky movies. Let's see. G Furnace says just keep going. Hell no. Somebody says hell no. David Wilcock has accounts in Wilcox and Wilcock. Really? Interesting. I always used to, I thought it was Wilcocks. I used to say it was David Wilcox, but apparently it's Cock without the S. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, exactly. Luigi777. What do you do if this thing goes bananas on you? Besides die or get your arm broken or your shoulder broken or, your head smushed like a grape. There's some very real world issues you have to consider. And then I think the only way I would want one of these things around is if I knew for 100% I had some sort of an object that would shut it down. Right? Like if they give you some sort of like remote control or something that like, oh God, it's freaking out. Blink. But then what happens if that button doesn't work? The remote part doesn't work. Then you have to get near it to pull a wire or something like that. Good luck. One of these things freaks out on you. You're just hoping it leaves the area before it does any more damage on anybody. So it's getting wild out there, guys. Technology is a little bit much for me. And did you guys hear Nick Shirley said he was, and I don't know, man, this is the Russian mafia. Says so they get medical beneficiary numbers of these people and then they start enrolling them into hospice. And once somebody's enrolled in the hospice, a lot of people in California don't even know who they are until they go to the doctor and need a surgery and they're told, we can't help you, you're enrolled in hospice. So basically the identity's stolen, somebody puts them in the hospice program and now they can't get treatment. And he said that he was threatened by the Russian mafia. Nick Shirley, who's apparently uncovering all the fraud, in Minnesota. But do you guys know that there was another guy apparently in Minnesota like 10 years before him that was exposing the fraud? And it was the same type of thing, but nobody wanted to hear it. In Minnesota, let me pull this guy. Older man. He's an older man. He's like, yeah, I was Nick Shirley 10 years ago. This is crazy too. Listen to this, guys. I'm not going to pull it on the screen here. I'll just let you listen quick.
You're seriously not going to believe this story. So a judge in Minnesota just actively helped the man charged with the largest Medicare fraud in Minnesota history flee the country. So Abdir Rashid Saeed is charged with stealing $11 million in Medicare fraud. And the DA said this man is a massive flight risk because not only does he have a passport, but he also has $11 million. Guess what the judge did? The judge offered him two options. Option one is he could pay a $50,000 bond and surrender his passport. Option two, he could pay a $150,000 bond and keep his passport. What do you think he chose? What do you think the guy who just stole $11 million and is looking at 40 to 50 years in prison chose to do? Yeah, he paid $150,000 and fled the country the next day. When he chose the $150,000, that should have told you what he was going to do. Everybody in that courtroom knew exactly what he was going to do when he chose to pay triple the bond just to keep the passport he promised he wasn't going to use. And they let him do it anyway. I'm sorry, but we need to start holding judges accountable for this shit.
I mean, can you argue with the logic? I mean, it's beyond ridiculous at this point. Like, how stupid do you have to be? Oh, he's got 100 million. You know, you got millions in the bank. Okay, did you want to pay, you know, the bail, or like, what did you want to do? Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Oh my freaking! These people are just. And then you wonder, right? Is this guy getting paid off or not? The judge, I mean, because how can you be so stupid? Got all this, and what they should have done is taken his money, right, or wrapped up that money if they could have. And froze his assets. Then you give him the bond for $150,000 or whatever it is, because then he can't take off with all his extra money. Oh my word! President Trump from, as it happens, 17 minutes ago exactly. My administration just delivered a big win for the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, which I love, and won by the largest margin in history. Based on this, the Commerce Department worked with Governor Josh Shapiro, who has now agreed to keep open two beautiful, clean coal plants in Indiana and Armstrong counties. Radical left lunatics wanted to get rid of these wonderful plants in favor of wind farms, which kill the birds and are both costly and ineffective. We will never allow that to happen. Thankfully, we struck a deal to guarantee these plants will not be, quote, retired. I will always fight for the fantastic people of Pennsylvania. President Donald J. Trump.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Come on. You are fake news. Okay? You're fake news.
One of my Christmas gifts from my boy, which I very much enjoy. From time to time, of course. Let's see what else we got here, guys. And the Iran-Israel thing. Do you guys see that post the other day? I wasn't pulled into war with da-da-da-da. Based on the fact that the government of Iran, now remember here, we're talking 3 hours ago, based on the fact that, because, you know, the world changes every 20 minutes lately, just, you know, need to give that caveat, on the fact that the government of Iran is seriously fractured, not unexpectedly so, and upon the request of Field Marshal Asim Munir, and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif of Pakistan, we have been asked to hold our attack on the country of Iran until such time as their leaders and representatives can come up with a unified proposal. I have therefore directed our military to continue the blockade and, in all other aspects, remain ready and able, and will therefore extend the ceasefire until such time as their proposal is submitted and discussions are concluded, one way or the other. President Donald J. Trump. Booms. So again, we talk about, fact checking our president, right? As President Trump ever said something that didn't turn out to be true. That was in the drops, right? And he tells us the truth. We are in wartime right here. I do not want him telling us what we're doing. I don't want him telling me that we have negotiations going on when we don't. Or that's what we have, right? We have him saying there are negotiations going on right now, but there weren't. And are we going to sit here and go, oh, that's bullshit. There's nobody talking. He's freaking lying to us. He's in BB's pocket. That's all he's doing. It's Israel. Blah, 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 blah. Right? All the time, over and over and over. That's all these people default for. It's the low-hanging fruit, in my opinion. And I don't know why we started fact-checking him. And so when we go over and watch somebody like 2CTV the day after said post by President Trump, yeah, we got a peace deal here. We're making peace deals. We're doing this. You go on there and he's talking about, oh, God, they're fracturing the inside of the IRGC. You got hardliners on one side that are pissed off that they're making deals. And it's like, well, there was never a deal. They weren't talking at that point, right? But you have people on the inside fighting each other. You got somebody who's a leader, right? Well, he's dead. You got to put somebody in there. Well, he died too. All right, well, who's next? Now you got to the point where people are afraid to want to even jump up and take power because they're afraid they're going to get killed, right? And so we've seen that even on 2CTV, the guy that showing citizens of the country stalking IRGC people on a highway and shooting them up. I think I even put that on my X last week. But again, we're getting vastly different reporting from, say, the Ryan Mattas and the Candaces and the Tuckers versus a guy who grew up in Iran till he was 13 and a couple older ladies from Promethean Action who apparently have been researching this stuff for decades, right? Two. So 2CTV over here and the Promethean Action gals, and then us, the Q retards, right? All of us are seeing one similar narrative here. But then you got the black pillars over here saying, oh no, Maju, Israel, BB, Trump, BB. That's all they can say. That's all they got. So how do we have three different data sets on this point, all showing us the same thing, that all these idiots on the other side can't seem to figure out? That's my question to the people out there. Why are you not seeing it? Or are you choosing not to see it? Do you have blinders on and now you're just following your confirmation bias to, yeah, he's in BB's pocket? That's my question. I haven't got a good answer for it. The only thing I get is, the Promethean Action ladies, they get a pretty good, but they omit a few things from time to time. And, all right, like what? It's just some, yeah. Donna J, don't worry, I'm a Q-tard as well. Donna J puts in the chat, I'm a Q-tard. And I say that lovingly because I called myself it too as well. But, us, the Q-tards, which, sorry, 99.9% of the things were said came to fruition and were absolutely friggin' spot on, right? Aaron Pauling says, Spaceshot, hear me out? They are part of the show and the internet is manipulated AF. Yeah. Yes, Airman66. Yes, the Jays are not the chosen ones. Once Jesus came along. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I could pull up, many videos of people spitting on Christians over there and cursing the name of Jesus. And I do agree too, right? And I don't know, Aaron Pauling, that says they are part of the show. So like as I showed, where Timcast actually said on his thing, I'm hearing Joe Kent might actually be friendly with Donald Trump, and this whole thing may be a ploy. And I'm like, oh, better late than never, I guess, buddy. Right? And so at the end of the day, I don't know which people are, like you said, Aaron, part of the show. Right? Like a Candace, a Tucker. I would say probably, yeah. This guy who I can't even stand looking at this guy's friggin' ugly face when I see it all the time. Sorry, I have to put him up on the screen. And by the way, this guy lives in friggin' South America, apparently. This idiot who was just like, Trump did this and Israel is that. This guy. Right? Apparently he lives in friggin' South America. Yeah, no, you're not in America. You're not in the United States, buddy. Nope, you're not in the United States. You're in friggin', where does he live in? Oh God, is the one where they have the super max prison. I'm pretty sure that's the country he lives in. He's in South America. The jerk off's not here. But all these idiots, right? This guy is clearly just some dipshit who thinks he knows something better than everybody else. But I would say my guess would be, and I'm not 100% sure, guys, right? My guess would be the Tucker, Candace. It really is tough, guys. It's a tough thing to kind of think, like, are they talking crap because they're on our side and they want to expose the stuff, or are they talking crap because they're against him and want people to stop following President Trump and stop voting for President Trump? Right? So I don't know. My guess would be that, a Candace and a Tucker and a Joe Kent are part of the show, and then these low-hanging fruit idiots like Matta I just showed you are just, opportunists that are trying to do what? I don't know, but maybe they think they know better than everybody else. And again, guys, I showed this, I think, a few weeks ago with Ghost on it, and this is the day after, the very day after they did that whole thing with the Trump coming out and saying, we're having peace talks here. Here we go. Cool.
An IRGC vehicle, they opened fire on the roads. Let's watch this quickly and come back. That's the car at the front. So they're right behind him. And now, getting there. Now. Yeah. And the car's down. An IRGC vehicle.
So again, guys, that's the day after. The day after this stuff happened. Hey, Matrix Codebreaker's in the chat here. I think I ever got to play. I never actually played this on a show. So hey, while we're kicking the can around here, see if my brother's in the chat still, or did he come for a hit and run comment? I'm just busting. Let's see what we got here. I remember this, the healer.
So we have a whole lot of hoopla going on about this Trump posting this picture and everybody saying it's him depicting himself as Jesus. And then, of course, we have Trump himself saying, oh, no, the Red Cross thing, it's a doctor, whatever it may be. But I'm going to go a different route with this and think this is really wild how this comes up. So you have the Jesus character as Trump. This is, of course, on the 12th. On the very next day, on the 13th, we have John Solomon on Hannity. Listen to the word he uses here.
Prosecutors are looking at and building a longer-term conspiracy that looks at Russia, Ukraine. Jack Smith is one ongoing conspiracy that could be resurrected. So
that could be resurrected. So the day after Trump does this and gets everybody talking about Jesus, we have Solomon on Hannity bring up resurrected. That I find interesting. And then to top it off, right after this Hannity episode with John Solomon, we also have Greg Gutfeld top it off by bringing on Mr. Hotep Jesus onto the show. So I really think the whole plan here was to get people talking and speaking the name of Jesus. I mean, you really can't make that up. Trump posts this, Solomon brings up resurrected, and then you bring in Hotep Jesus as well into the fold. Back-to-back shows.
Just a
I think
coincidence.
they're seeding a narrative, and it seems to involve getting people to talk about Jesus. Very, very interesting.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, just probably a bunch of wild coincidences. And one of the ones I thought was really great was his breakdown when we had the quote missing F-15 pilot. Remember the guy and the fighter pilot's name? Was it Maverick? Was it Iceman? Was it Rooster? No, his name was Dude44. And they weren't talking about Obama. They really weren't. I'm telling you guys. And so really cool, guys. This happened the other day too. I'm going to show the folks. Our show the other day, we've been hitting the top, the top 50 list quite often, me and Matrix, and I didn't get it in this one, but I sent this actually to Tron and to Matrix that day. I was like, good job, guys. Awesome. Glad to see it. Oh, what the hell? This is way bigger than it's supposed to be. What the hell? Oh, there we go. That picture is way bigger than it's supposed to be. Let's see. What the hell? So, all right, I'm at 175. That's the issue. So Tron was at 5 that morning, and then Matrix was at 6. But here's the best part. The part that I didn't get is Matrix was at 7. Actually, I think I had that. I sent. Yeah, I do have that. But they both got on the leaderboard that week on 5 and 6. I was like, great job, guys. That's awesome. Super happy. And I could care less if I get on it or not. Just as long as one of us does on the show, I'm happy with that. So let me see here. I was like, dude, good job. You got on. And then I said, thank God my son wasn't around. I was like, dude, you're 6 and 7. And I was like, haha, 6, 7, 6, 7. But yeah, Matrix Codebreaker, 6 and 7. Congratulations, brother. Happy to see that stuff. Always happy to see that stuff. And I was going somewhere else with this too. Oh, I went back too far. Actually, that's funny. I had this one on the other screen about to show you. Look. Beef Initiative. DOJ opened a criminal investigation into the big 4 meat packers. Price fixing, collusion, capacity controls. Not a civil case, a criminal case. Fines up to $100 million. Executives facing prison. Cut the cartel. Beefmaps.com. What's that? What's that? I want to see. What is that? Spirit Lake, Acme Acres. Variety of custom. Oh, so these are all the meat packers in the United States? Let's see. Oh my goodness. We got them in the world, or is it just the United States? Oh, okay, we got some over here in France, in Switzerland, and in España, and Belgium. But yeah, so what is this? What do we got any up in Rhode Island? I doubt it. Connecticut meat packers, huh? Angus, Hereford, Crosses, all born and raised right here in Sycamore Farm. But guys, that's big, right? And to be honest with you, I haven't compared them, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't chicken more expensive than beef like, I don't know, like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago? I'm pretty sure the prices on chicken were more expensive than beef for a little bit. Maybe not for a very long time, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. Beef Maps is a conglomeration of USA cattle ranchers that you can buy direct from, Aaron Pauling said. Interesting. I'll put this in here in case any of you guys wanna buy some beef directly. I do like what's that company there that sends you the freeze-dried packages there? Vidalia onion burgers. Oh, I used to love those things. My neighbor used to get them, and she didn't like onions, so she would give us all of those. Thighs on sale, $1 a pound in West Pennsylvania. Jeez, go buy as much as you can, much as you can store and freeze out there for sure. Yeah, Aaron Pauling, good comment there. Know your rancher, know your beef. Yeah, you got to get a good rancher or meat market. But as you guys can see in my ginormous state of Rhode Island here, this is my whole state, guys. Right here, and then it kind of goes out right here, and I'm like over here, in case you guys were wondering. Oh wow, I didn't know you could go that far in. Yes, I live in this area here, very close to Massachusetts. And the funny thing is, I grew up here, and so if I go down my street to the end of the road here, there's a there's the bay, and you can see across here and to my hometown. And on 4th of July, you can actually see fireworks from Warwick, from East Greenwich, Connecticut area, Connecticut, Quonset, Portsmouth, Newport, all these places around here. So from here, you can see like 5 or 6 4th of July fireworks specials. Vidalia, Georgia, and see the farms, B. Moore says there in chat. Out of my price range, Linny Lou says, responding to Weeb Patriot. Omaha. Yeah, I don't think it was Omaha. It was the other one. Oh, God. Start with a P. Like Omaha Steaks. Good Chop, Butcher Box. No. Started with a P or an S, I want to say. Snake Rivers. Chicago Steak Company, which I know Rumble does promotions for here. Butcher Box. Chicago Steak, Kansas City, Snake River Farms, Omaha Steaks. No, is there another company that maybe went out of business or something that I'm thinking about? It's just like Omaha Steaks, but it was another. I want to say a P or an S maybe. Let me see. Don't see that anybody in the chat got it yet. P. I get my steaks from Omaha's the only one I heard of, B. Moore says. Companies like Omaha Steaks. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure there's another one out there that... And it was a well-known one, too. Now you guys are getting me hungry for burgers and steaks. All right, best mail-order steaks in 2011 and 2026. Snake River Farms, they say, is the best. And guys, let me know if you guys have tried any of these things. I'm thinking about ordering some burgers because you probably get it, obviously you're going to spend a lot more to buy one package of meat, but you'll get more and a better value than you would have, say, if going to the supermarket. Porter Road. Okay. Holy Grail Steak Company, best for Japanese Wagyu. What these people are saying. What was that place? That's one of those things that's gonna bug me so bad. Vermont Wagyu. Ooh, that looks nice and marbled. How about no? How about no? Proud Cow. Chicago Steak Company. Is it one that went out of business or something? Omaha Steaks, Kansas City, DeBraga, Labels of New York, Butcher Box. That's it. Yeah, it's gonna kill me. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it's the what do you call it, effect, where everything is messed up and different because the timeline's changed. Hans Manchi. All right, we got a little video. Let me see if this one's not too long.
What was Arctic Frost?
30 seconds. Here we go. And then this has an attached video to it. And we're talking about Arctic Frost and Jeff Clark. Is this the one that they took his law license from? Not sure. Let's see here. But interesting and a good follow-up article here as well.
What was Arctic Frost? It was an investigation launched in 2022 under circumstances that flatly violated FBI protocol and all ethical standards, allowing a politically biased agent to open his own case. That's not adequate predication. From there, it expanded dramatically, reaching into 6 states, targeting roughly 420 individuals and entities, even sweeping in the phone records of sitting United States senators. This was not a narrow law enforcement operation to keep Americans safe. It was a political dragnet. What was Arctic Frost? It was an investigation launched.
It was a BS investigation. 100%. B to the S. I had to update the stream, guys, so you guys can refresh if you want your title of your show updated. Let me see. And back here, it says, talking about politically biased FBI agents opening their own cases. The document that opened the Crossfire Hurricane investigation into supposed Trump-Russia collusion was created by Peter Strzok, approved by Peter Strzok, and sent from Peter Strzok to, you guessed it, Peter Strzok. And don't worry, he CC'd himself. He CC'd himself too. CC, approved by Peter Strzok, drafted by Peter Strzok, from Peter Strzok. CC Peter Strzok. I mean, and now, guys, I'm going to go to my grave with, I think that's a gay man, and that's fine, okay, you know, totally fine. But I think Strzok testimony. You guys remember his little sizzly little back and forth where he's exhibited very homosexual tendencies on the live stream, where he's like wiggling his head side to side and like, Yeah, he was definitely on. Oh, there he is. He looks a little bit more like Chase. Chase, what's his name there? Calls Peter Strzok a terrific coup plotter. Homie leaker Ben Witz said that Peter Strzok was a terrific coup plotter. If I were the FBI, I would investigate Peter for Russiagate on January 6th. 39 seconds? That you can actually even say something like this?
We are going to leave it there. Pete Strzok, you're a great American, terrific coup plotter, and as your puppeteer, I absolve you of sin.
I'll let Speaker of the House Jim Jordan know that in a year's time. But we'll. Or is it who? Or is it going to be? Is it going to be what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Who's her?
Oh, I think it's going to be Speaker Elise Stefanik.
Or are they going to bring in Trump because, as they threaten to do? There's so many questions. So many questions.
So again, I've said this numerous times, but you guys have seen the alleged. Well, you hear President Trump, right? He talks about the lovers. Oh, Peter Strzok and his beautiful lover, his wonderful lover, Lisa Page, right? But again, show me one email that even makes it look like they were interested in each other and not, I bet you he was more of like a girlfriend to her than anything. That's my guess. All these emails, and we didn't see anything like, oh, just got out of the shower, running late. Ooh, shower? Really? Like anything. Flirty, anything along those lines. I don't remember seeing anything along those lines at all. And again, excuse me, the size and scope of what they did, they literally weaponized the whole government. And then, so to answer a question that was asked, what must be shown? Let me see. What must be shown, Mike, not what must me. Let me see here. Is this it? All right, here we go. Oh, must be proven. I think it's proven. Let me see. Aha, here we go. Let's do it this way, okay? I'm just checking out the be proven posts. Be proven. What if below could be proven? Do we go backwards here? What must be? What must be? I think it's what must be. Or is it 34? 14. Okay, here we go. So with, gotta clear the Pepe again. Excuse me. So with all of what we've seen in mind, right? The intelligence, you had the president, the vice president, the attorney general, the assistant attorney general, the deputy attorney general, the national security people. You had FISA court judges. You had inspector generals. You have pretty much everybody in the government went after President Trump, right? What must be completed to engage military intelligence over other three-letter agencies? That's my question to you, wonderful world patriots out there. What must be completed or shown to engage the military intelligence over the three-letter agencies / DOJ, all the intelligence agencies? I would contend that what must be completed or shown is the example that every last department is absolutely corrupt and weaponized and went after a political rival, right? When you have all the intelligence people, the DOJ, all ganging up against the president, and then we had an election that we all know was clearly stolen, but there was no recourse on it. The system, in essence, was 100% broken, right? And I think that's my personal opinion on what must be shown and what's it going to take to have these people taken out by military intelligence. And I believe they've done so a long time ago. Start saying at the same time. Oh, here we go. It's a show. Let's see, guys. Let's see where their angle of this is a show is going.
It's a show. Whole thing. Maybe that sounds crazy. Or maybe it's just the feeling you get when something stops feeling real. When voices that once felt independent start sounding the same. Same timing, same themes, same sudden shifts. They don't fully agree. They don't fully disagree either. Just enough friction to keep your attention. Just enough alignment to shape your perception. You start to notice it. Tone feels off. The conviction feels formed. And reactions feel engineered. Not necessarily fake, but not entirely organic either. And that's the point. Because influence doesn't require control. It requires direction. A nudge here, a narrative there. And before you know it, people aren't reacting to reality. They're reacting to a version of it. Not here to tell you what's true. Just saying, if it feels coordinated, pay attention to that. Because whether it is or is not, the effect is the same. The only thing that matters is this. Be careful what you absorb. Be careful what you repeat. And be careful who benefits from your reaction. Because whatever this is, it's not random. My friends, we're all anonymous. We're all in it together.
Definitely very coordinated for sure. Right? When you bring in all the folks that seem to get a conscience all of a sudden, right? With Tucker and Candace and Megyn Kelly and AJ and watch, I'm sure something's going to piss me off here. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't see it on there. You know, how I can come on here on X from time to time and see 200,000 or 300,000 people on a stream here and then like another 30 or 40,000 underneath it who are watching and listening to Alex Jones, who somehow didn't get the memo during the drops, and then somehow didn't get the memo with all of the things that he's been saying against President Trump. And so if you guys don't remember some of the horrible things he said, well, let's say I got a 36-second clip here. What's this one? All right, let's check out this one. This is just one of them. I've made a few of these over the years here because apparently people just don't want to,
like a big old fat,
don't want to remember Mr. Rah Rah Rah, Mr. MAGA himself turned into this and then goes back to rah 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 and then goes back to this. We've seen this 3 or 4 times in the last few years.
Like a big old fat dead seal floating around the South Pacific with its big old fat belly up in the sky. It looks like Trump's rolling over. And I thought of Trump as a bigger man than me. But you know what, Trump? Alex Emmett Jones is bigger than you. Because when the push came to shove, You put your tail between your legs. You crapped your pants. It doesn't mean I hate your guts, but let me tell you, you ever call me again, I'm going to tell you I'm ashamed of you. And I just look at you and what you've done, you make me want to throw up. Truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump. I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through. I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him. Like, you know, if you just turn against Trump, things will be better. But he was doing good, and that what makes it so bad.
Oh, Alex.
Oh, and that's what makes it so bad. If he'd have been a piece of crap from the beginning, it would be so bad.
Oh, my God. He's so sad.
But we made so many sacrifices. And now he's crapping all over us. It makes me sick. Oh, great. It's fighting Al-Qaeda.
Regime again deployed.
He's now the buddy of Al-Qaeda. Hit pause. Back it up. He said Hillary's the founder of Al-Qaeda.
Now remember, guys, this is during the Syria gassing situation, which for whatever reason, Alex Jones got all sorts of piped up over and all sorts of pissed off over.
Well, you're now the butt boy of Al-Qaeda, Trump. You now give them fluffer, services. I mean, I'm serious. I will not sell out the truth. When the fuck are we going live? I can't do this shit anymore.
Ready to go live?
Fuck Trump and fuck these fucking people.
And yet, people still follow this clown. Yeah, but Alex Jones helped wake me up. Yeah, good. Take him for what he does and helps you get woken up, but don't follow this guy to the ends of the earth and back. There's a lot more to this than you think. Think collective attacks. They attack AJ to give him fake credibility amongst POTUS supporting patriots, thus poisoning the water and directing narrative of the opposition through a Mossad-supported asset, a.k.a. Alex Jones. All team effort, coordinated collective attacks with pawns and actors serving black hat agenda and attempting to control and divide the patriots. Attacks will come from all sides. Control and divide. Think Mueller. Who is testifying before Mueller tomorrow? Forensic data analysis on phones and or computers. This is not about Guccifer 2.0. What happens if Mueller proves Free Speech Systems LLC, aka InfoWars, is linked to a foreign intel agency or other non-domestic entity? How can the left use that information to divide and censor the right? Why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who's pulling the strings? Parentheses over to Free Speech Systems LLC. So, to round this one out, we were warned about this guy in the drops, and then he showed us who he was numerous times. Secrets of Q. Oh, that's right. Remember he said he was Q and he had a guy, and his guy's name was Alex Claywan, who was like a regular, army soldier. And he tried to make it sound like, oh, we got our own Q here. Like, really? Let's see. Now, that was one of those guys, and then this one is another one that I did.
On Q is the worst people on earth at the top. Q is the New World Order. Q is a psyop to lead us around by our noses.
Watch Liz Crokin, give him the, yeah, I know you're full of shit, Alex, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about face.
No, it was the White House. I know. He just got elected. He was president-elect. People came down to visit me. They said, we got a way to put this out but not get everybody sued. Do you want to? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to join the group, but okay. Then later, actually, the Democrats somehow were getting involved. Now we know it was Epstein had got involved with 4chan and 8chan. Epstein, you understand they can then compromise it and then act like they're the Q. Yes, I know, and I was sworn to secrecy. Yes, I know Trump knew. Q is the worst.
So he knew, guys. They even asked him to be part of it, and he says, nah, I'm not going to do that. How about that, guys? This is a good old one from 2 years ago, actually. Will Smith, Tevin Campbell. Interesting. You guys should be looking up this guy, Professor Griff. Was he a Public Enemy guy? Back in the day, he is super conspiracy minded, or Does he have facts that people can call conspiracies?
Quincy Jones brought in Fresh Prince. And his first movie was what? 6 Degrees of Separation. Brought in Queen Latifah.
6 Degrees of Separation was Will Smith's first movie. You remember what the first scene in the movie was? It was Will Smith in bed with another college-age guy. And that was a remake, I guess, of Sidney Poitier's movie.
Set it off. Queen Latifah set it off, licking and kissing on women. Are you following me? Yes. Tevin Campbell. His little sweet ass up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Got caught in the park. Thank you. And last but not least, when Tupac came to Hollywood, it was the homosexual ritual. This is where the homosexuals came out against it, but I didn't mind. I wasn't talking about homosexuals. I'm saying there's a homosexual ritual that they go through in the Illuminati secret societies, and it is.
Griff then suggested that Will Smith was one of the men in Quincy's society.
Quincy Jones brought in fresh.
That, guys. It's like a big grooming thing from front to back with these people. What was I gonna do? You guys think Tupac? He was really manly type of dude, right? Really manly. Now, if you guys have not seen any of it, and I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'll play like a minute of it, maybe a half a minute of it. But he was interviewed back in high school and talking about his mother and this, that, and the other. And listen, you guys tell me: is this a flamboyant guy, or is this a guy that's kind of, he's a little bit, or is he just straight up? You tell me, guys. Do I have this muted? Let's see. Yeah, I do.
Much respect for women, and I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like I was liking this girl in Tam, and I'm extra nice, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it, I'm just gonna be like them. Because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word.
And that's not even the zestiest part of it.
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tampapai High School, and I'm 17 years old.
Do you like being 17?
And it's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet. You're older than 16. So. But I like it. It's nice.
He seemed a little zesty to me, but again, to each their own. But don't come out and be like you're the Mr. Mac. And yes, he was mentioning in there that he liked a girl in Tam, but was he just saying that for the cameras? Because remember, it wasn't as cool to be. I'm not saying it's cool now because I certainly don't think so. But let me give you guys a little example. I graduated high school in 1994, okay? In that town I showed you on the map there a little while ago. Now, if there was anybody that was gay in my high school, nobody knew about it, right? They weren't open about it. They weren't like, hey, wearing short shorts and, being all flamboyant. People just weren't about that. Now, fast forward till about, what was this? I want to say about 2008, was it? Yeah, I would say 2008. I grabbed another job to, save some money up, and I was doing some overnight security, and they put me at Johnson & Wales University, the culinary college. And I'm telling you, it was like the cool thing to be at this place in 2008 was to be gay. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen, coming from a high school in which if there were gay people at it, nobody, came out and told it, to like, oh yeah, we're all gay, it's cool, like, come on, like, I was just like, double take. Such a different environment. And again, a college environment, culinary one, but it was just super weird. And apparently, because I did have to do some over at Rhode Island College, and then I had to go and do some more at another branch, in a different Providence branch. It's the same thing at all these colleges in 2008 to 2009. Like, they were like proud of it. And I'm just like, this is just weird. Felt like the Twilight Zone to me. Very, very odd, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to do some thank yous, which will probably take me about 5 minutes, which will land us at about 8 o'clock Eastern time here. 2008, isn't that when Obama became president? Yes. Aaron Pauling, I graduated in 1995, says, like 2 gay people from 91 to 95 out of 2,500, and we didn't care if they were homos. You mean homo? Yeah, you just shortened the word homosexual. You didn't mean it as a derogatory way. Mr. Anderson lives. Make gay jokes great again. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking of, just what you typed there. Keith Haskell, 9380. Big Mike and Obama. And then Jim Hoskins writes, Obama in charge. It all started before 9/11. Yeah. Anti-vaxxer video, B. Moore says, I say the stuff is in the vaccine can change your hormones. Yeah. Icons 2020, some gems. Now, guys, do you and please leave me a comment in the chat now. I was born. Agrotera says, Spaceshot, I was born before you, and everyone knew if a person was gay. It just wasn't talked about. Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't really on my, like, oh, is this guy gay? I mean, we didn't even think about it back then, right? Because it wasn't norm. I'm not gonna say like you're a weirdo or whatever, but like it just wasn't an average everyday thing. We just never saw it. So because we never saw it, I never was like, oh, what do you think? Is that dude gay or not? Like those thoughts never came to my mind. It's just in hindsight that I think about it, and just be like, wow, it's so different. You know what I mean? Chev says, make jokes offensive again. Yes. Best moving men you'll ever. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, let me go over to the let me see over here on the foxhole, and Mr. Leota, thanks brother, gifted a subscription over to the channel. Mr. Leota, I believe he's doing some of those. Mr. Leota's doing some videos himself, isn't he not? Mr. Leota, let's see, yep, the Mr. Leota. You guys can follow him over there, guys, on Rumble. Well, he's not putting them up too regularly. 3 days ago, 9 days ago, he's got, wife and kids and stuff, so he's a busy guy too. Check him out on Rumble, though, as well, and on X. But thank you for that, brother, there. And then, excuse me, heading over to the foxhole.app, a.k.a. Pilled, where I will let Matt know that we had a little issue again. Apparently it went offline. Debbie had messaged that it possibly had gone offline. So he told me the other day that he has like a West Coast server and an East Coast server. And he said, okay, I'll put you on the East Coast server. So maybe the West Coast server was better, and it's not for location. But I will send him a message to, yes, put me on the East Coast server and see how that works out. But Jucani starts us off here with the shades. Anna, God bless. Thank you for that, Jucani, and God bless you. And then Matrix Code Breaker with the can says boom time with 2 Qs. And then let's go with 3 Qs. Thank you for that, brother. Chiro Kathy with the can says going. All right. Going, gone. Thank you for that, Chiro. Matrix Codebreaker again with the can says David Wilcox died of suicide. 5 exclamation points. Think his grift was up? Think he is, quote, related to those 11 scientists that are dead or missing? Suicide weekend inbound? I hadn't even thought of that. But yeah, I mean, he was, you can look him up on, Gaia TV, History Channel. He's been on a bunch of different stuff, but I hadn't even thought about that. And I don't know if somebody like that would have information more than, say, obviously they don't have the information the scientists have, but that's definitely something to think about for sure. And again, are they going to be hitting us with the, oh my God, we're getting invaded by aliens? Oh no. They're certainly setting the table for that, it seems. Trump Red Pill 1 dropped a cookie. It says, bring it. It's been brought. And thank you for that, Trump Red Pill 1. And then Trump Red Pill 1 with another cookie. No message on that one, but thank you, Trump Red Pill 1. Followed by another cookie from Red Pill 1. No message, but cookie. Thank you. Lizzie B with the cookie. No message on there, but thank you. And then Trump Red Pill came back with another cookie and says, bingo, bingo, bango, boingo. Thank you for that there, Trump Red Pill. And the last one is, last but not least, One Thunder with the can. Thank you for that, One Thunder. And I'm releasing 1,700 gold pills in the scratching. Or at least that's what it says. But I am releasing the scratching. And, geez, what day is tomorrow? Wait, what am I doing? Am I doing this tomorrow? Oh, shit. Wait, I gotta find out here. Hold on, guys. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. I made a big mistake. No, not a big mistake, but I gotta make sure tomorrow. Where is it? Oh, that's right. He called me. Oh, so I was gonna try to tell you guys because my days are all screwed up. And what the hell is today? Today's Tuesday. All right, and then Wednesday. I don't have anything tomorrow, right? At that time. I gotta confirm because, all right, so long story short, guys, if you normally I've been going on the round table with Rambo on Thursdays, and the part that I'm not sure about, which I'm gonna text him now, and maybe Matrix is in the chat. I think he said that day we're gonna record it 10 in the morning, but he's gonna upload it at normal time. So the round table will be at normal time. He's gonna upload it, but I forgot if he said tomorrow or the next morning. So. But I will confirm that. But in any event, the roundtable will be regular. And then if I don't think I have anything tomorrow, I will. If I have anything or I'm going live, I will keep you guys posted. Otherwise, I am still on the hunt for a car, and I have my eyes set on one particular one. Finally, looked at one with a low mileage for the car, and not asking exorbitant prices. So. I told you guys last week if I had to leave with a skateboard, I would, but I'm just not going to buy, another problem car that will get me into more bills down the road that I can't afford to pay for as it is. So definitely just need something better and going forward. But if I do happen to go live, I doubt it. But if I happen to, I will put a posting out. But otherwise, you guys can catch me and Tron, probably Matrix as well, Codebreaker on Roundtable. Thursday at 2 p.m. and I'll be back for Table of Titans Thursday evening. And just so you guys know ahead of time, I'll be leaving that show early for at least the next month. And then until the next month is over, then I can go late as I need to. I can go till 2 in the morning if we need to, but trying to get the ex-wife out the door and trying to be amicable as possible and with less screaming as possible. I kid. But thank you guys all for hanging out with myself, with me. Thank you to the mods. I do appreciate your help greatly out there. I was going to put a thing out there. How about one of these? No? How about that? That's a skull. There we go. And like I said, if I have another video, I'll put a posting out. But tomorrow, expect an off day. So I do appreciate each and every last one of you wonderful world patriots for tuning in out there. And until that next video, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace. Oh, nope, that one. Stick around for that one later, guys, on Rumble or Pilled. I'll play the next one.
Hello, guys. Something special is happening in here. That's right, it's brackets and jackets, bringing it back for brackets and jackets. Special Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks, Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see, this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out. That's right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong. That's right, Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the building with songs about Epstein. It's Breakfast Jackets Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys. A big network of guys and spies and lies and liars. All right, think about this for a minute, okay? The guy in Portland, the scientist that just got busted for producing CP, that guy is 1 degree of separation away from Epstein. Epstein, the investor that lives in West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a guy who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida as well. Investor as well. Also involved as well. And all is not well with these guys. The Florida boys, the Glow boys, the Scott Israels of the world. You see, Epstein is Hillary Clinton. And Epstein is Haiti. And Epstein is a big network of media assets. By the way, did you know that Steve Bannon was going to that guy for money? Also, Epstein is Epstein Oprah. Epstein is Chris Tucker. You remember him. Epstein is also Kevin Spacey. Epstein is also Prince Andrew. Epstein is also... Who else is Epstein? Who else is Epstein? Tell me. You guys know? Who else is Epstein? Is Epstein Big Pharma? Is Epstein Brian Singer? Is Epstein Naomi Campbell? Yep, all of the above. All of the above. Who is Epstein? Epstein is the keystone of a whole motherfucking matrix. And once you pull it out, it all falls down. Dersh was there too. That's right, we're dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills in the best kind of way. This is brackets and jackets for the denizens of islands.
You could see it. 2024 is the final battle.